Hey, how you doing? So today I just want to kind of discuss some skincare things and some myths and misconceptions about skincare and just your skin in general. I am a huge advocate for skincare. A lot of people think just washing your face is enough, when in reality, most of the time it's not. Some people's skin, it's honestly different for every person. Whereas some people may need to take medications every day or vitamins every day, and some people don't. It's just whatever. Whatever works the best with your skin is what you need to do. I'm going to just go over the common myths and misconceptions or just questions about skincare in this video. So if you would like to know if you are taking care of your skin properly, then keep on watching. So I do want to start this by saying that there is nothing you can do about your skin type. Absolutely nothing you can do about your skin type. You are born out your mama with your skin type. You can, make it its best possible skin, but you can't change it. So just keep that in mind as I'm telling you some of these things, that there's really nothing you can do about your skin type. There's really nothing you can do about your genetics. You can't change your DNA, and your skin type is in your DNA. One of the most common things that I hear is whenever I ask somebody what their skincare regime is, I ask them if they use a toner. And most of them say, well, no, my skin, it's a pretty even tone. I don't need a toner. I see where you get that logic because it's called a toner, but a toner doesn't really affect the evenness of color on your face. Some of them might, some of them may have some of those properties, but in general, a toner is going to tighten your pores and it's going to draw impurities out of your pores. The name is kind of misleading, so it's more of a misconception than a myth, and it's completely not anybody's fault except for the person who named it toner. But all it does is it draws impurities out of your pores. I recommend a toner if you have problems with acne, clogged pores, blackheads, or if you feel like your makeup isn't coming off when you use a wipe and wash your face. Definitely use a toner. If you have dry skin, don't think that a toner is going to dry out your skin. There are plenty of hydrating toners out there. Another really common misconception is that if you have oily skin, you don't need to exfoliate. Everyone needs to exfoliate. It's like when you trim your hair, you're getting the dead ends off. Even if you don't necessarily see the damage, sometimes there's still damage there. But if you notice that your skin is oily, but you have a little bit of texture in places, or your makeup's not going on evenly, you probably need to exfoliate. This leads me to my next misconception, is that the rougher the exfoliant is, the better. Or the harder you scrub with an exfoliant, the better. Absolutely not. Honestly, that's worse. You may not see the damage it's causing to your skin, but it can cause little scratches and stuff, and then years down the road, you're gonna start seeing damage, but you're not gonna know where it came from. I would like to recommend maybe getting an exfoliating serum. I really don't like granule exfoliants. I like light exfoliants, like ones that you can't, you don't feel like they're cutting your skin, or you don't feel like they're scratching your skin, because that's so bad for your skin. I wouldn't use that unless you're a professional. Just leave it to me, okay? Okay. The next step after exfoliating sometimes is moisturizing in a home skincare routine. So a misconception with moisturizing, number one, is that if you have oily skin, you don't need a moisturizer. If you have oily skin, sometimes moisturizers can build up and cause you to look oilier. In reality, if you find a moisturizer that's actually hydrating instead of just make it look hydrated, then it makes a whole lot of difference. If you use the right type of moisturizer with oily skin, your skin will probably get less oily. Like I said, you can't change your skin type, so it's not going to take away the oil. But if you find a good moisturizer, that actually hydrates your skin won't need to overproduce that oil. Another misconception about moisturizer, it's actually kind of like a myth, but I've seen it more now than I have in the past. I think it might be a recent rumor. If you use moisturizer, your skin will stop producing its natural oils. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. A moisturizer is not going to tell your skin to stop producing natural oils. It's just not. I don't know whose brain that came out of, but that's not a thing. Another misconception about your skin, I've heard this my whole life, and I always thought it was crazy. I heard that people who wear makeup age faster. I've heard that from my grandma, my great-grandma, my mama, my aunts. I've heard so many people say this to me as I was growing up. When I went to school to be an esthetician, and now that I'm out in the field, I know that that's absolutely not true. Makeup can actually help your skin. If it has SPF in it, it protects it from the sun. If, pollutants in the air and stuff, it can act as a barrier for that. The only time it ages you is if you're wearing it all day and you go to bed in it. Or if you wear it all night, if you're out drinking and you don't take it off before you go to bed and you're sleeping in it. And the reason it ages your skin faster when you're sleeping is because when you're sleeping, your body's healing. That's why when you're sick or you're pregnant, they put you on bed rest. Because when you're resting, your body's healing. So when you're sleeping, your body's healing. And it's recharging, and when you're sleeping and in your makeup, it's gonna absorb into your skin more. So the last thing that I want to talk about is something so important to me, and that is sunscreen and protecting your skin from the sun. There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to SPF and sunscreen, and I'm just going to kind of break down the bare minimum. If you want a more in-depth video, do let me know, because I love to talk about this. I love to educate people about this, because people they don't care about their skin. It's alarming to me how many people don't wear sunscreen. Number one misconception about wearing sunscreen is that if you don't burn, you don't get damaged. In my professional opinion, I think that if you don't burn, you can actually become more damaged from the sun, because you're out, like let's say, someone with really fair skin and who burns easy is out in the sun for 30 minutes, they get burned, they know, okay, I have to wear sunscreen, I have to completely protect myself because I burn so easy. They're only out there for 30 minutes, they come in, whatever. Person who doesn't burn, they're less likely to wear sunscreen, and they're also more likely to spend a lot more time in the sun. They're getting so much more radiation, and that's what UV rays stands for, is ultraviolet radiation. Radiation, as in what they kill cancer cells with. Imagine what it's doing to your skin. When you burn, the redness is actually white blood cells being sent to the surface of your skin and trying to heal the damage from the UV rays. It's insane the amount of people who think that just because, they're naturally tan, or they already have a base tan, or they're darker skin, they don't need sunscreen. If you have skin, you need sunscreen. If you have skin, the sun can damage your skin, and it will. Absolutely. It will absolutely damage your skin. The next misconception about sunscreen is that the higher the SPF, the more protection. That is true in a somewhat sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but from my research of how I figured out how they determine SPF, apparently they take butt cheeks. Stay with me. They take butt cheeks and they put the SPF, or they put the sunscreen on one side and they don't do anything on the other, and they expose the cheeks to radiation. And the amount of times that they can do that is the SPF. But that doesn't mean that it's double. Of course it helps, it is technically better, but it's not like you can just spray on 130 SPF and be good for 2 or 3 days if you don't shower. It's not my business. Another SPF misconception is that you don't need it on a cloudy day. The clouds do not keep radiation from your body. Think about this. When you go to get an x-ray, they make you wear those lead aprons, where if somebody else is in the room, they're wearing lead aprons. If they're making you wear a lead apron, do you think a cloud is going to stop that radiation from getting to your skin? Personally, I wear sunscreen every day. But in 30 or 40 years, maybe even in 20 years, you're going to thank yourself for taking good care of your skin. I promise you are never, ever going to regret taking care of your skin. That is all of the misconceptions that I prepared today. If you have any more misconceptions or, you know, just things that you've heard growing up that you want to leave in a comment and just let me know, or message me or text me, whatever, because I would like to debunk them for you, because I mean, like, some of them aren't fun. Like the whole makeup ages your skin. That's not fun. So that's all I have. So thanks for watching, and as always, feel beautiful, feel fierce, and mind your business.